I'm 16. I got into foster care when I was 12. My mom, she wasn't capable of being there. And then my dad, he was in jail.
Palmer was turning 10, our daughter, and so we were kind of like, we didn't really want to start over with a brand new baby. We just felt really called to take care of that older generation, kids that are teenagers, that are often not adopted, that are often overlooked.
We had our first visit around like April, and when it was time for us to leave, they gave me like a little gift basket that had a blanket and a letter from Palmer. And it was more of her kind of introducing herself because she wasn't there the first time we met.
I actually wanted a sister at the start. Like, I always wanted one.
It felt like she wanted like to be like my sister and not be the only child. And I felt very like happy about that.
So we did like a basket with a blanket inside of it. They picked out the basket, but I picked out the blanket.
I like slept with the blanket all the time. Like, I still do. It's like cozy, warm, basically how I felt when I was here. First night I was here, I was just excited. Like, I haven't been in a home in so long. Felt like a dream come true.
It was kind of surreal. There's this child that I have no clue really that much about her, and she's in our home. But also at peace, it was kind of a surreal peace that overcame us, that this is where we're supposed to be, this is where she's supposed to be. It was also kind of awkward, to be totally honest. There was some awkwardness, right? In fact, the first conversation that we had with Chloe when we first met her is the first thing I said, well, this is awkward, you know? And she agreed, you know, it is. It's a little awkward.
I straight out told them, like, I'm so nervous. I don't want to mess anything up. And they were like, well, that's the way to go because we're nervous too.
I felt immediately drawn to share Christ with her in ways that were simple, such as I would just come and sit on the side of her bed, and I would take her hand and I would just pray over her, because I knew that that would, number one, allow her to see my faith and see that that is something we do in our home.
I definitely felt at home. Like, it felt like I was home.
I remember her saying over those first few nights that, like, she slept better here than anywhere she'd slept in a while. It just feels like the new normal now. I get a smile on my face when I hear her praying herself to sleep or playing music or doing her hair. Like, it feels like she's already been my daughter for a long time, and I don't worry about her anymore as much as I did in the beginning.
I felt like a little kid again, but it was more like safe. Like, I felt like, oh yeah, this is like definitely what I need.
We truly believe that Chloe's supposed to be a part of our home, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling that God has put us in this place, and now we have 2 daughters.
She just asked me like what were some hobbies that I liked, and volleyball came up, and she was like thrilled. Like, she was amazed by it.
The fact that she played volleyball and I played volleyball, we immediately had something, you know, a connection on that.
It was fun because we got to like actually talk about something that we both loved and were very passionate about. And it felt more like that's my mom in a way. I love her. I feel now that everything's finally like settling down and people know who I am. I get to actually kind of like be me.
We laugh a lot. She actually said the other day, I think you're funny, Mom. And I was like, yes. You know?
Being a big sister to Palmer is kind of rewarding.
When I want to watch a movie, I don't have to watch a movie by myself. When I want to play, I don't have to invite a friend over.
I just love everything about her, and I want to get more in depth with her and just know her better.
Bringing such a change into the home, it really forces us to be intentional with everything that we do, which I think has really helped our marriage. Our hope for Chloe is really to break through the cycle that she's been through, get back on track with what God intends her to be, whether that be going to college or starting a career or whatever that looks like for her. We so often think that we are the main character in our story, but God is actually the main character in our story.
I'm so grateful that God basically picked her up and put her in our family to help realign that belief about who she is and who he sees her as.
It's really the example of these kids that are forgotten in our society and in our world, unfortunately.
FaithBridge does it right. They put the faith first.
If every agency or every foster situation was aligned with the way FaithBridge was doing it, it would solve a lot of the problems that are in the foster care world. We wouldn't want to do it any other way.